See how we go. Hello team, Coach Blair here today. We're going to take you through a little bit of an express HIIT workout. I've got my assistant Alex Shillybeer who's going to do some demonstrations for me, do all the hard work while I stand here and look important basically. So first and foremost, before we start today, you need to make sure you have a nice clear space. You don't need any equipment. If you have a mat or a towel that you can kneel on or sit on, that's beneficial. Drink bottle obviously, if you've got your heart rate monitors and that sort of stuff, it's great to have that as well, just so we can get a bit of engagement post-session, just to see how you all went. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up, then we're going to go through a bit of demonstrations of what the exercises are going to entail today, and then we'll go through the HIIT workout. Make sure you're all warmed up. I'm going to get Alex to go flat on his back for me, and we're going to do some glute bridges. So what we're going to do with these ones is shoulder blades fixed into the ground, got the palms facing up, we're raising through the hips. So I'm just going to get Alex to do 10 of those. If you want to get a little bit more out of these, you can do a few things. You can go what Alex is doing, going for a bit of a hold up the top. You can go into some single legs as well, if you're feeling ambitious, depending on what the joints are feeling like today. So we just want 10 collectively. We're going to go 5 on each side, 10 all up on 2, that's fine. The next thing I'm going to get him to do, and all of you guys, so I'm going to get you to roll over, so you're on all fours. We're going to do a bit of a reach and a rotate, so I'm just going to get Alex to turn a little bit around for me. So we're going to get the shoulder as close as we can to the ground, and then we're going to rotate back up to the ceiling as high as we can. So we're just going to go for 5 on each side, so get the shoulder as close to the ground as we can. Depending on your mobility, you're all going to be a little bit different in terms of how high you can get. If I did these, you'd see some very poor mobility. So Alex is looking quite good on this side. We'll see what the other side looks like. So we'll do 5 on that one and then 5 on the other side. Just go at your own pace, guys. It is your warm-up, of course. All got different types of sorenesses. If you need to go a few more reps, by all means, do a few more reps. As soon as you've done your 5 on each side, I'm going to get you all to jump up on your feet. So what we're going to do is reverse lunge into a twist. So if you are a bit limited in your range of motion, you can go shorter with your lunge. If you're feeling like you're a little bit more mobile, you can drop the knee a little bit more like what Alex is doing here. And turn. There's some creaky bones going on there, Alex. Don't know if you guys can hear that in the mic. So I'm just going to go 5 on each side, just the best of your capability. If you need to hold on to something as well, by all means. Depends how the joints are feeling. What we're going to do from there, when he's finished those, is we're just going to go into his wide stance. We're going to get stuck into abductors, so you should be feeling it right here in the inner leg. Once again, sit back the hips as far as comfortable to get the right amount of stretch. If you need a little bit of longer on each side, take a little bit extra time. All about whatever's best for you guys. So 5 on each side. We're going to move into 2 of my favourites after this. So we're going to do some sweeps, the over 30 special for me. Here we go. So we're going to straighten that leg, see how Alex is doing there. If you want to get a bit of a walk going after your reps as well, by all means, whoever suits you. Just going to go 5 each side. Big deep breath as you're reaching down and release as you're coming up. Just go down as far as you can, guys. Looking good, Al. Some very good calf and hamstring help there. What we're going to do next is grab a bowl, grab a wall. We're going to go some leg swings across the front. So it should be looking something like that. If you can't quite see, make sure you have a bit of room. So swing it right across, 10 on each side. Just as far as you can, guys. I'm going to get the heart rate up a little bit. Then we're going to get stuck straight into our workout with some all body weight exercises. What I'm going to get Alex to do is just do some very short, sharp shoulder runs. So I'm just going to get him to touch the ground, just a jog, doesn't need to be fast. just at your pace, guys. We are going to start in 1 minute's time. We've got 2 exercises we're going to go through. So I just want you guys on a little bit of a jog. If you just want to jog on the spot, that's okay. Just lifting your knees up is totally fine. Whatever works best for you. Go high knees, whatever you like. We're going to do those next anyway. Okay, so we're going to start 30 seconds time. We've got our 2 exercises. So we've got our ski or our line jumps. So I'm going to get Alex to demonstrate those. Or you can go feet together and really small little jumps. If that's too hard, you can just do high knees on the spot, just like we did 2 seconds ago. Your second exercise is your walkouts. So you're just going to walk out onto your hands. And then you're going to walk straight back up and then hands in the air. Okay, we're going to start off with those ski jumps, Al. Get the guys going. So you've got 30 seconds on the clock, guys. We're just going to ease our way into this. So we're going to step up the intensity as we go through the intervals. So you can see Alex going some nice, gentle landings. He can stride it out a bit more if he needs. And really driving through the arms, you can see him doing that. So it depends on what your capability is. You've got 5 seconds to go on that one. It's really dynamic and explosive. It's exactly what we want. Good job. You've got 15 seconds changeover. You've got those walkouts. If you need to do those on the knees as well, that's totally fine. Whatever works best for you guys, that's what it's all about. Personal preference. Not everyone's as fit as this young man over here. Okay, so you've got your time on. So walk it out as far as you can. Then hands up in the air. If you do want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can put a push-up in while you're there at the bottom of the range. But that is totally all cool. We can't see you guys exercising, so I guess you can get away with it. Once again, if you need to drop to the knees on these ones to do them, that's totally fine too. Creep the hands out. So you got your rest period in 2, 1. Now you've got your idea of how those exercises work. This is where we step the intensity up. So the best of your capability, so you're back to your ski jumps. We're off and running in 3, 2, and 1. Go short, sharp ones, or you can go nice, long strides. Whatever works best for you. If you get a bit tired, you can regress back to those short, small ones. Nice. You got 10 seconds to go, guys. Like I said, we want to do a little bit faster towards the last few seconds of the rounds. 2, 1. Back to our walkouts. He's doing really well. How's he feeling? $1,000,000. This is his warm-up. He does this before he gets out of bed every day. Okay, Alex, you're on the clock. Into 1. Off we go. So get your walkouts. You can put that push-up in there as well as a progression. Hands up in the air. You can drop onto the knees if you'd really like as well, as Alex showed that last round. So a few different variations there. So whatever works best for you guys. Then I've got the knee variation with the push-up. Nice and stable through that stomach. Nice squeeze through the glutes. Good work, mate. Doing very well. Good work out there, guys. Got 2 more to go. As is a general theme with us, we try and push you that little bit harder for those last bursts of those exercises. So we've got your ski jumps. I want you guys to go as quick as you can. I want you to count your reps as well, because undoubtedly we'll get you to do this again at some stage, and it's all about trying to beat your personal bests. So if you remember what sort of scores you're getting, that's great, because you're competing against yourself at the end of the day. But guys, you've got 10 seconds, all the way, all the way, all the way. Look at him go. Doing well, huh? Last 3 seconds, guys, in 2, 1. Great job. We're killing it. Doing very well, guys. We've got our last burst and a much earned rest happening in about 30 seconds time. All right, walkouts, last round. See how many reps you can get out. Really challenge yourself. Can go that harder variation, and the harder variation works for you. If you're getting a bit tired and you want to go a bit faster, you can drop to the knees. You can show off like Alex just did then, put a clap in. competing against yourself. You got 5 seconds, guys, all the way. We'll go a bit of a rest, and then we'll explain our next bearing. It goes very quick. 15-minute express round. Alex has just done his shoulder, showing off. So our next one, guys, we're going to start our next pairing. So we've got our squat jump with a floor touch. So I'll get Alex to demonstrate that one. So it's going to look something like this with a heel tap. If you can't do the jump, that's okay. Just do your squats with a touch. Let's let him catch his breath back. Your second exercise, if you have something readily available for a kneel to stand, we're going to get you to do a kneel to stand. So you can use a bit of support with that one. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can go hands on the head. This is why you need that towel that we spoke about earlier, guys. Okay. So we've got those squat to floor touches in 2, 1, time on. So follow Alex. So that's a harder variation. So we're going to do a bit more knee-friendly variation. And then the harder variation. There he goes. This is good. It's like Simon says. Doing really well, guys. Got the idea of that first exercise. You've got a few more seconds to go. In 2, 1. Ease it off. Great job. So we've got your kneel to stands. Doing really well. We've only got a few minutes to go of the workout. So kneel to stands, if you need something to hold on to, need something to kneel on, make sure you have that readily available. So time on in 2, 1. Off you go. Need a bit of support? Do that. Just like Alex is doing there. If you want to make it a bit harder, you can go hands on the head. If you want to make it really hard, do a backflip. No, I'm joking. Don't do backflips. Looking really good there, guys. Get that full extension through the hips as well. A big squeeze through the glutes as well. Nice stability through the ankle. Great job. We are on the home stretch, guys. Doing really, really well. We've only got 3 minutes to go. So this is why I start to step up that intensity once again. We slowly build it through our intervals. Doing really well, mate. Time on, team, in 2, 1. Just about to the finish line. You can see Alex starting to step up his intensity on his preferred technique. He's progressed the exercise to make it the hardest one possible. You guys can do a little bit easier if you like that. Just make sure you get that full extension through the hips as you stand up. Doing really well. Only got 5 seconds. Job, guys. Well and truly the home stretch halfway through that last round. It goes quick when you're instructing. I don't know about you guys working out there in the office or at home. Alex thinks rest periods are questionable. Okay, we're off again. Those kneel to stands. Again, this is a harder variation you've got Alex doing here. Or you can hold on to something if you need a little bit of extra support. Get that full extension through the hips. Really straightening out through the hips. Big squeeze through here as you push hips forward. So last 10 seconds, guys, step up your intensity regardless of what variation you're doing. Not long to go for the day. We are very, very close now. We have only got one more interval on both exercises, so I want you to get as many reps as you can. Make sure technique's good. Make sure you're not doing anything too silly to try and achieve that result. Train smart, not hard. That's what we want. Okay, time is on now. As many reps as you can for your preferred variation of that exercise. You can just do your squats with a floor touch. Alex has opted for a bit more of a challenging variation. You've only got 10 seconds. Goes quick for me watching, probably not for you guys. Probably feels very, very long. You've got 5 seconds. We are just about done for the day. In 2, 1. Really good job, guys. Very close now. I'll probably say that a lot, but this time I'm telling the truth. We are doing kneel to stands for our last burst. We've got 30 seconds left for the day. Time on in 2, 1. Finish it off. Your variation of that exercise. That's a harder variation that Alex has gone there. You need a bit of support. Hold on to something. Hold on to something if you need to. You can see that timer behind me. You've only got 15 seconds. And you're done for the day. Work, guys. Good work, Alex. 10 seconds. I'm sorry for those of you out there that aren't liking me at the moment. It's for your own good though. Finishing up in 2, 1. Give yourself a big clap. Get around each other. Virtual high fives. We can't high five. That's about as close as we can get in these current times. Great job today. Hope you all got your heart rates up. Hope we taught you a few exercises as well that you haven't done before. Make sure you're always challenging yourself to try and progress up, whether it's in reps, intensity, or just general difficulty of the exercises. Just make sure after these workouts as well, you're giving us, putting your screenshots up of your heart rates, your sweaty selfies, and all that type of thing in the Yammer group. Make sure you get around each other. On behalf of the coaching team, thanks very much for joining us today. We hope you have a great week.